What's up, y'all? Uh, got another review for y'all. Spoilers. So, first of all, let me tell you the movie. They will kill you. I'm talking spoilers. So, if you want to see it, haven't seen it, five, four, three, two, one. So, I ain't gonna lie. I bought a late ticket, but I was able to get in there and not miss the whole story. I feel like when I got in, she basically, let's just say, this chick, she has a sister that she ran away from when she was younger. They had an abusive father. Years, I think like 10 years later, she looked her up. She's gonna go find her. She ends up at this ancient ass hotel that's been there since like the 1900s in New York. And the backstory of this hotel is it's off of like a demonic ass spiritual type thing where these people made a deal with the devil to do sacrifices to him, and in turn they sign their name on this contract, and they are basically immortal. So she goes in this hotel, and I mean immediately that night she sleeps, and then she wakes up like at 3 o'clock in the morning, which is, if you don't know, that's like the so-called demon hour, and 12 a.m. I believe is the witch hour. People in the chat correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, they immediately get on her ass like that night, and I'm like, damn, like they don't let up. Immediately that night they trying to get on her ass, man. And then it's a comedy also, and I feel like, to me personally, I think that hurt the movie. Now, mind you, I laughed. It was a kill on there. I think I laughed the loudest, and I think it's just me having dark humor. So watching crazy deaths and stuff, I even had a job, I'll probably tell y'all sometime later about it. I'll tell y'all later. If I get bigger, I'll tell y'all later. But yeah, man, like it was a death on there that was just crazy, and I'm in there just like, ah, just cracking up. I think I was like the loudest one. Like the audience, it wasn't a lot of people, and it looked kind of dead in there anyway. But she was in there getting busy though. I the fights and the choreography was brilliant. I loved the action. They did a really good job with that. The cinematography and certain camera angles I really loved. Now, the practical effects and certain props, I wish they would have put more of a budget on it. But then again, I feel like certain parts of the movie was cheap on purpose just for the comedy bits. So there were certain parts where limbs were getting cut off, and I'm like, you can make that look better than that. But I feel like that was the point, and they were like, hey, we're gonna cut this limb off and make it look as fake as hell. But yeah, the action was there, and when I was watching it, it just gave me like Quentin Tarantino vibes. Like the way the cinematography was going, at how somebody would look at something, boom, boom, and the camera would zoom in. I'm like, yo, I think he's giving like a shout out to Quentin Tarantino. And then the actress, I forget her name, so I'm gonna call her like Zazira, or I'm just call her Z. The name starts with a Z. They need to get her now before it's too late and people aren't gonna find the role believable. If Quentin Tarantino ever wanted to keep going with the Kill Bill series, she needs to play Vivica Fox's daughter when she told Uma Thurman, however you say her name. She said, "If you want to look for me, because I killed your mama, come find me." she needs to play her. I felt like she was made for that role. And the girl, the hair texture looks damn near the same as Z's hair. Like when I tell you that chick would be perfect, or like have it set up to where she doesn't kill Uma, but like maybe Uma's still out here killing, being like a contract killer or something, and she slips up. Homegirl finds her, and they do a little tussle, and they're about to fight or whatever. But she's like, "I ain't even trying to kill you. I knew who my mama was. It is what it is. I knew somebody was gonna find her, but I want you to train me to become what you got going on." And then she trains her and brings the story like a Rocky Creed type of thing. Like I feel like she could definitely fit right into the Kill Bill universe or the Bride universe, and John Wick too, because she was toting that thing too. She was shooting people and everything in that movie, but the action was there, and like the bad parts, like I told you, like some of the practical effects and stuff. But I feel like another thing that also hurts the movie too is that it was a comedy. I feel like, and then the trailers too. Like the trailers kind of give it away. I hate that trailers do that now. They'll show like bits and pieces of action and stuff, and just it's like I know you have to kind of sell the movie, but I wish they were a little bit more secretive with their movies and stuff, to where we could like enjoy it. And certain bits that I saw in the trailer, I'm like, okay, that's why that's there, that type of deal. So I wish they would hide a little bit more, and I wish it was more scarier. Like I wish that joint it had more horror beats to it, but the action element should stay the same. If it was more horror with the action, the movie would have been a whole lot better. But seeing their reactions to how they're getting killed and chopped up and all that stuff, but then they're immortal, and it's just like, you bitch, you cut. And it's like, it's funny, but it gets funny for so long. But overall, it was a good movie. It was a good movie. They definitely need to put her in more action movies. She did real good in Deadpool 2. And I feel like she should have returned, but I know there was some real life accidents that happened with her stunt woman's character, so they kind of probably didn't want to use her anymore. Just to kind of smooth stuff out or whatever. But overall, the movie was it was pretty enjoyable. I stayed to see if there was a special ending. There was no special ending. So if anybody watches this video and think there's a special ending, there's not. I kind of wanted there to be one, but I feel like you could get a sequel. I feel like it's worthy enough for a sequel. That's about it. That's about it. Go see it while it's still in theaters. Support the film, if you can, where you can. And signing out for now. Peace out, y'all.